welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the new Halloween collection from Whimsical Ideas by Pam. So there are 7 polishes in this collection that are available right now. In the description box below I will link her Instagram, her Facebook page, and her email address because they don't have a site. You have to email them what you want to order to make it work, but they do have everything listed on their Facebook page. I will also link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from this collection. There are 7 polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have my Kismet, and this one is a clear base with red, silver, black, and white hex glitter, and then it also has like white and black bar glitter as well as like holographic micro bar glitter. And then I'm layering this today over ballet slippers from Essie. So here's one coat of my Kismet. This has a really good formula with amazing glitter payoff. You do have to do a little bit of manipulation to get those glitters right where you want them. But what I really love about this is that you can have as much or as little glitter as you want. If you wipe off a lot of it from your brush, it can look really, really dainty. I like a lot of glitter though, and it's going to dry a little textured, so you will want a nice glossy top coat. So there is one coat. Next up we have Windows to Her Soul, and this is a pumpkin-y orange base with a bunch of holographic orange glitter, and then it looks like tiny gold glitter as well. Here's our first coat of Window to Her Soul, and again this has a really good formula, not too thick or too thin. It is very easy to work with. The glitter payoff on this is really good as well. It is buildable in 3 coats, so I am showing it to you on its own, but I also feel like this would be really beautiful layered over a black cream for Halloween. The glitter payoff on this is really good as well. You don't have to do as much manipulation to get these to lay like evenly across the nail since it's absolutely jam-packed. So 2 coats is building up, but it isn't completely opaque, so I am going to go in for a 3rd coat. This one is going to dry extremely textured, so you will want 1, maybe 2 coats of a glitter-eating top coat to smooth this one out. I get asked all the time about what top coat I use for glitter, and I always use Super Chic Lacquer's Marvel Liquid Macro Top Coat. It smooths everything out in just 1 coat. This one on the removal scale is definitely around like a 9, with Zoya's Pixie Dust being just a little bit harder for removal than this one. I would highly recommend a peel-off base coat if you think of it ahead of time, just to save yourself just a little bit of trouble as far as the removal process goes. So there is 3 coats. Up next we have Eek, and this is a bright neon green base with a bright gold flash. Here's our first coat of Eek. And this one also has a really good smooth formula, not too thick or too thin, no running, pulling, staining, anything of that sort. It does cover pretty well here on this first coat. I can still make out my nail line though, so I am going to go in for a 2nd coat. The shimmer in this stands out really, really beautifully on the nail, and I can totally appreciate that in a bright neon green. That's not super easy to do. So this is completely opaque for me in 2 coats. This one's going to dry decently glossy on its own. You will want a top coat to finish this off though, just for longevity purposes. Nothing in here is going to dry textured. Nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove. A smooth, easy Halloween polish, and my Kismet looks really beautiful over it. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Hocus Pocus, and this is a purple leaning lavender. It does have green hex glitter and then a greeny silver shimmer. And that hex glitter is like a seafoam green. It's not like an obnoxiously bright green. Here's our first coat of Hocus Pocus. And this one is a little bit sheer here on this first coat. It does cover pretty well, but I can still make my nail line, so I am going to go in for a 2nd coat. Those seafoam green glitters don't stand out super, super well. I mean, you can tell that it's not just like a cream, but you will want a glossy top coat just to help bring everything to the forefront in that manner. This is completely opaque in 2 coats. It is going to dry a little bit textured. It is going to be a little bit difficult to remove, so just bear that in mind, and I would use a peel-off base coat for this one if you think of it ahead of time. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Candyland, and this is a berry purple-ish, pinkish purple. It's got a bright blue flash to it, and then those purple micro glitter or hex glitter. They're not super duper small. So here's our first coat of Candyland. This one also has a really good formula. Again, a little bit sheer here on this first coat. It is buildable in 3 coats though, so I am going to show it on its own. This could double though as a really, really beautiful topper over like a red or a light pink. This would be absolutely gorgeous. So here's our second coat, and this is starting to build up here in 2 coats. I am going to go in for a 3rd coat though. You could sponge this one and the orange glitter on if you didn't want to build them up though. The texture in this, the dried down to this is going to be pretty textured, so you will want a glossy top coat to finish this one off, maybe 2 coats of a glossy top coat. And just like the orange one, it's going to be pretty difficult to remove, so I would wear a peel-off base coat with this one if you think of it ahead of time. Otherwise, I would highly recommend using pure acetone. You will have a lot less scrubbing time. So there's 3 coats. Up next we have Terrazzo, and this is a clear base glitter. It does have black shreds, green like iridescent-y, see-through-ish kind of glitter, and then a purple holographic metallic glitter. And today I'm layering this over OPI's Don't Cry Over Spilled Milkshakes. So here's 1 coat of Terrazzo, and this one has a good glitter to base formula. It's not too hard to get the glitter to lay where you want it. You do have to do a little bit of manipulation though. The purple glitter in here on camera I noticed look like they're just black. Take my word, they are purple. Some of them are obviously black, but there is a lot of purple going on in here. This one's going to dry a little bit textured and be slightly difficult to remove as well. So there's 1 coat. And lastly for today we have Werewolf, and this is a beautiful Thanksgiving brown jelly base with orange and yellow and brown and gold and copper micro glitter. Here's our first coat of Werewolf. And this has a phenomenal formula, again not too thick or too thin, very easy to work with, and it covers pretty well here on this first coat. You do get a ton of glitter out without having to hold the bottle upside down or do any kind of manipulation to it, and you don't have to like manipulate it on your nail like the toppers in this collection. Everything does lie relatively evenly. And I also didn't have any kind of running, pooling, staining, anything like that with this one either. So here's our second coat, and this does cover completely in 2 coats for me. This one is going to dry extremely textured. You will want a glossy top coat if textured polishes are not your thing. The removal on this is pretty difficult as well. I would highly recommend a peel-off base coat for this one too, or pure acetone if peel-off base coat is not your jam. So there is 2 coats. So my favorites include Terrazzo. This is so Halloween, so beautiful, so original in my collection, and I really like this. This has a really good glitter to base ratio. I can thoroughly appreciate that. So Terrazzo is one of my favorites, but my all-time favorite from this is Werewolf. This is so fall, so Thanksgiving, so beautiful. I really like this one. These 2 are my favorites, but Werewolf definitely takes the cake. And that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this collection. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.